So yeah, I thought I would do at least one more video. Let's see if I can scrape up enough material to do one more and keep you guys entertained. I was playing my 360, and I go hard on one thing. I'll play the 360 for like 2 months, and then I won't touch it for 2 months. It's always how it is. But my 360, I turned it on, or I was playing Tiger Woods Golf, because it's actually quite fun, even though I don't like golf in real life. I find it's just fucking frustrating. Anyway, I was starting to do good, and then all of a sudden my 360 froze, and then I turned it on again, and it kept, like during the load screen, it kept freezing, and it just filled the screen with artifacts. And I found the fan wasn't just, like it's supposed to be, and it was like the fan is just, it's fucked, I guess. So I went online, and I looked up that, see if my warranty was still there, and I'd have to pay to get it fixed because it's out of warranty, so I thought I would disassemble the fucking thing, and if you guys want to see the innards of a 360, so yeah, this is the motherboard deal. I didn't break the thing. I'm actually very good at taking mechanical things apart and not destroying. This is to circulate air directly onto the processor. This is the CD-ROM or DVD-ROM, I mean, for the thing. And you got your little gray meshy type deals. So yeah, I opened it up and there was a humongous hairball on the heatsink. And I thought, okay, I cleared that out, we're going to be good to go. I cleared it out, and it ran about for 15 minutes, and then it died again. So here's the two halves of the thing. This is 360. It's awesome. So yeah, I cleared that out. Didn't do fuck all. So now all I got to do is get an aftermarket fan, and we'll see if it works. But this is my second 360 that I've gone through, and this one lasted about a year. My brother's been through 6 or 7 now, and he's had one, I think, maybe not as long as I have. I don't know, some people just have fucking shitty luck with these 360s, and I gotta say, my run wasn't too bad. I mean, I played the ever-loving ass out of this thing, but for some reason I know people that, like this one girl I know, she was actually the best Gears of War player, I think in Canada. She was 20-something in the world on Xbox Live, like, I don't know what the rankings are, but she's amazing. Anyway, she's had 360s melt on her, like the fucking thing will just overheat. So I don't know if she was just in a spot that had no ventilation or what, but I don't know, I got nothing. So recently, yeah, I've been doing a lot of thinking about things like morality. Morals are very important, of course. I mean, that's what separates us from the animals. But the more and more and more I think about it, we're just fucking animals, like just barely evolved beyond animals. Like the only difference between an animal and myself is I can be explained why things have to go a certain way, and I can do this, right? But it's crazy. Everyone picks on people all the time about, like, so it's basically societal pressure that gets you to not want to do things because you don't want to get in trouble and you don't want to, hear about it forever. But like, say, I'm not condoning anything, but an older guy, say he's 30, sleeps with a 14-year-old girl, right? The fucking entire city hates this guy. They think he's a scumbag and da-da-da-da. But if you transpose that into wolves, say you got this older, mature wolf who's sleeping with a wolf who's barely sexually mature, do you think either of them ever stop to consider? No, they don't. It's all, like I said, it's important that, guys don't take advantage of young girls, that type of thing, but I'm not saying that there's, like, you can't just go around murdering people. That's not right. There's a lot of things that aren't right, but honestly, there are things that are more important to worry about in this world. It just blows my mind how everyone gets in an uproar. Like, say, for instance, a senator ends up cheating on his wife, and he gets caught. His immediate reaction is to have the big sad face. I'm so sorry. Oh, I feel so bad. Why can't someone just say, fuck yeah, I did it because it was awesome, and maybe my wife's a little boring, and I felt like having something a little different. That's it. And he doesn't bow down. He doesn't, say he's going to quit, because humans are animals, and animals have sexual partners all the time. If you actually sat and listened to your body and responded to every fucking instinct, you would probably be fucking 23 hours a day, and then you'd sleep, you'd just pass out and then wake up an hour later wanting to do it all over again. We have all these animal impulses, and it's good to turn on your logical brain enough that you can turn off those impulses, because, I mean, there's a lot of impulses you shouldn't follow. Like, I feel like punching this guy in the face and pushing him down the stairs, and maybe he'll die, I mean, that's fucking stupid, but at the same time, we are fucking animals. Like, we are animals. There's all these behaviors that people do that are just, they're animal behaviors. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's basically when people go on autopilot that pisses me off. They don't realize when, this reverse psychology shit, like, I call you all the time. Say if you're some hot girl, I call you all the time. your immediate reaction is to push away and say no. And then I stop calling you, and then your immediate reaction is to come back. Like, people don't actually stop and think, well, that's fucking stupid. If I like the guy, why not just go for him? If I don't like him, just tell him. Like, I hate that. It's just there's so many fucking behaviors that people do, and I can't even think of any examples right now. Shit. There was all these different things I had, and I'm so fucking, ADHD all over the place. Fucking. So yeah, there was that, and there was, religion has been pissing me off a lot recently, too, because people are still out there fucking killing in the name of God. I think it's a little late in the game to be pushing God. You know what I mean? Like, why does anyone have enough gall? I mean, I'm not debating God, like, the existence, if he exists or not. I don't care. Everyone can believe whatever the fuck they want, but how does anybody have that much gall to say, I know what God wants, and he says that you have to follow my religion? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, there's so many stupid things that people have done over religion. Like, I was watching, I was on cracked.com. It's fucking hilarious. They had the top X number of products, religious products that, you would go to hell for coming up with. And they had one, it was a workout video that you could praise, you could pray right in the middle of, like during certain exercises. Do you think God is going to be vindictive and send you to hell if you don't pray during your workout? Honestly, like, stop and fucking think about it. And then on top of that, do you think God's going to send you to hell for not going to church every Sunday? I mean, I haven't been to church in ages, but you just got to believe in God. Church is a human thing. It's not, God's maybe not actually there. You know what I mean? Church gives you a place to go pray with other people who are like-minded and collect money and, do all sorts of silly stuff. But you don't actually need to go to church. So if you believe in God, believe in God. Do whatever the fuck you want, but you don't have to go to a particular place to do it. I mean, if God does exist, he should be everywhere all the time, whatever, whatever it is. He knows what you're thinking, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to jump through hoops for anybody to prove it, like, come on. I mean, if you're not religious, if there is a God, if there isn't a God, it doesn't really matter, because when you die, you'll find out for sure. I mean, if there isn't one, and you spent your whole life praying and going to church every Sunday, it doesn't seem like a big fucking waste of time that you could have been doing other things. And if there is a God, he's probably going to be pretty forgiving, because you come to Earth, you start off brand new, you have no fucking idea what's going on, you learn from the people around you, and based on that core group of people, if they were good people and they taught you good messages, you're going to be a good person. But if they're dickheads and they're negative and they're drunk and assholes all the time, you're probably going to turn out that way. Do you think God's going to punish you for turning out that way when that's all you know? Or if you're in some, like, native tribe, and you're out in the middle of the Amazon somewhere, and then, the Christians come in and fucking, with their muskets and take the fucking place over. Do you think God is really going to condemn these natives for not knowing about Christ? I mean, if God created everything, don't you think he knows what he's doing? Like, he created someone who maybe didn't get the word, and he's not going to punish them for it. I mean, if anything, he should really be forgiving. But then again, that's the thing with God. If there is a God, there's no logical, you can't just put a rational argument to it, right? Because if there is a God, maybe he's a giant sloth, and maybe he's actually not that smart, he's just got great powers or something. But I mean, all this killing in God's name. Everyone thinks they know what the fuck, if he does exist, they know what he wants. Like, come on. No one knows what he wants if he exists. So I've been talking myself in loops here. Whew. Other than, I moved in here halfway through September. I got a new hat. New hat. I mean, it's cool. Under Armour. It's kind of neat. I got a new winter coat. And that's, fabulously boring. And I got a new whacking stick, which is great. I got my PSP modded too, which is awesome. The thing will play any downloaded ISOs or whatever, so it's really cool. I've been actually having a lot of fucking fun with the thing. I downloaded Dracula X Chronicles, which is a remake of Rondo of Blood, and it's in like 2.5D, so it's not quite 3D. It's like the Ghosts and Goblins that was made for the PSP, and it's actually super fun. And then they created all these new levels, and the music is fucking phenomenal. And so it's kind of hard in some spots, so you can't really take much damage. Like, they really kick your ass. But when you get to a certain point, you are able to unlock the original Rondo of Blood and the full old-school animation, sound, everything. And then when you get to another point, you get to unlock Symphony of the Night. And all the voice actors that they had from Rondo of Blood, they transposed them into Symphony of the Night. So the guy that plays Richter in Dracula Chronicles is the same guy. His voice is over Richter in Symphony of the Night. So it's kind of neat. They changed some of the dialogue, too, because I guess some of the dialogue didn't make the most sense because, Japanese translation and all, but they basically reworked it so, a little more fluid. But yeah, guys, I just thought I'd come on and give my couple of 2 cents on things, and as soon as I scrape up enough for another one, I'll do another.